In the heart of Egypt, buried beneath thousands of tons of earth and rock, lies a secret that the Egyptian pharaohs wanted to remain hidden for all eternity. Just weeks ago, a crack team of archaeologists uncovered a tomb like no other. What they found inside it is now sending shockwaves across the globe. This discovery is so profound that some believe it has the power to change history itself. So grab your flashlights and join us as we descend into the subterranean depths and explore this unbelievable tomb together. We begin our journey high above the sands of Egypt, soaring over the Valley of the Kings. It is here that countless pharaohs were laid to rest, their bodies preserved in eternal slumber within magnificent tombs. Our destination today is a place unlike any other, an untouched burial chamber, hidden from the prying eyes of modern man for millennia. The discovery of this tomb was no accident. For years, a team of scientists worked tirelessly to locate its entrance, following cryptic clues left by history's greatest treasure hunters, the ancient Egyptians themselves. After months of painstaking work, the walls began to give up their secrets, revealing a tunnel concealed since the pharaoh's time. Then, suddenly, as if the earth itself had parted, the entrance to the tomb revealed itself. But there was one crucial detail. Unlike other tombs discovered thus far, this one was completely sealed shut, untouched by looters or the ravages of time. As the first rays of sunlight pierced through the darkness, illuminating dust motes dancing in their golden path, the team realized they were mere moments away from witnessing something truly extraordinary. In front of them stood an entrance to the underworld, a gateway to a realm where pharaohs walked and where untold wonders awaited. With bated breath, the explorers stepped closer, their footsteps echoing in the stillness. They reached out, their fingers tracing ancient hieroglyphs that whispered tales of forgotten gods and pharaohs long gone. Then slowly, ever so slowly, the seal began to break, revealing what lay beyond. And finally, after what felt like an eternity, the tomb opened its mouth to reveal a sight that took the explorers' breath away. Before them, bathed in the warm glow of their flashlights, lay a vast cavern filled with treasures beyond their wildest dreams. Golden sarcophagi, adorned with precious jewels, glistened in the dim light, while hieroglyphs covered every surface, sharing stories of bravery, love, and loss. Everywhere the explorers looked, they saw evidence of a civilization that had thrived thousands of years before, yet seemed strangely familiar somehow. It was as though they had stumbled upon a lost city, frozen in time, perfectly preserved beneath the sands of the desert. Overwhelmed by the sheer beauty of what they were seeing, the explorers knew they had made a discovery that would change history forever. But this was only the beginning. Deep within this subterranean labyrinth, hidden from view and protected by layers of stone and earth, lay a secret waiting to be unearthed. A secret that threatened to rewrite everything we thought we knew about the pharaohs and their world. As the explorers ventured deeper into the tomb, they noticed strange symbols carved into the walls, symbols that didn't match any known hieroglyphic script. These mysterious markings hinted at a language beyond human understanding, a language that seemed to speak directly to their souls and awaken dormant memories within them. Could these be the long-lost writings of a forgotten people? A people whose wisdom and knowledge had been hidden from view for centuries? Or were they simply the ramblings of a madman, a figment of the explorer's imagination? As they continued their journey into the unknown, the explorers knew that they were walking in uncharted territory. Every step they took brought them closer, not only to the tomb's hidden secrets, but also to the truth of their own existence. At last, the explorers came upon a chamber unlike any they had seen before. The air grew heavy with anticipation as they approached the entrance, their hearts pounding in their chests like drums of war. When they finally pushed open the heavy stone doors and stepped inside, their eyes widened in amazement. Before them lay a sight, both wondrous and terrifying, a vision of unimaginable beauty and power that seemed to reach back through the sands of time and touch their very souls. At the center of the room sat a magnificent sarcophagus crafted from pure gold and encrusted with precious gems that shimmered and flashed in the flickering light of their torches. But it was what lay within the sarcophagus that truly stole their breath away. For there before them rested the mummified form of a pharaoh, his face obscured by a golden mask that glistened in the dim light. But it was the pharaoh's eyes that held the explorers' gaze captive, for they burned with an otherworldly light, a light that seemed to come from beyond the grave itself. With a jolt, the explorers realized that this was no ordinary pharaoh. This was someone who had held great power in life and even in death, commanded respect and obedience from all who dared cross his path. Yet, despite his status and power, there was something about the pharaoh's presence that filled the explorers with a sense of foreboding. As they drew closer, they could feel the weight of his gaze upon them, as though he were reaching out from beyond the grave to greet them and welcome them to his eternal domain. Then, as if drawn by some invisible force, the explorers' gazes turned upward to the walls of the tomb, where an array of strange symbols and glyphs danced and swirled before their eyes. These symbols were unlike any hieroglyphics the explorers had ever seen before. They seemed to twist and turn, defying the laws of physics and logic, forming patterns that were both beautiful and unsettling. As they stood there, mesmerized, the explorers felt a sudden shift in the air around them, a prickling sensation on the back of their necks that told them they were not alone. The explorers froze, their eyes darting from one corner of the tomb to another, searching for the source of the disturbance, but they could see nothing. Yet the feeling of being watched persisted, growing stronger with every passing moment, until suddenly, right before their very eyes, one of the golden sarcophagi in the corner of the room began to move. The explorers gasped in unison as the sarcophagus lid slid back, revealing an empty chamber beneath. Where once there had been only cold, unyielding stone, now there was movement, a sign of life that defied all reason and logic. As the explorers stood there, stunned, the sarcophagus lid slid shut once more, leaving them with more questions than answers and a growing sense of dread that something terrible was lurking in the shadows, waiting to strike. And so the explorers found themselves at a crossroads, torn between their desire to uncover the truth and their growing fear of what they might unleash by doing so. Would they be brave enough to venture further into the tomb and face whatever horrors awaited them? Or would they turn back and leave the secrets of the tomb undisturbed, knowing that they may never understand what they were meant to learn? The choice was theirs, but time was running out. For the pharaoh's watchful gaze seemed to follow them every step of the way, urging them to continue their journey and discover the truth. But as they descended deeper into the bowels of the earth, they couldn't shake the feeling that they were being watched, hunted even by some unseen presence that lurked in the shadows. Was it the pharaoh himself, angry that his eternal rest was being disturbed? Or was there something else at play, something more sinister and malevolent? The explorers pressed on, their determination fueled by a mixture of excitement and terror. Suddenly, the passageway opened up into a vast chamber, revealing a sight that made their jaws drop in astonishment. Before them stretched a massive underground lake, its surface as still and reflective as a sheet of polished obsidian. But it was what lay beneath the lake's placid surface that truly captivated their attention. For resting at the bottom was a fleet of strange vessels, their shapes and designs unlike anything the explorers had ever seen before. Some resembled sleek, otherworldly yachts, while others looked like giant metal birds poised for takeoff. The most astonishing discovery, however, was that these vessels seemed to be powered by a strange form of energy, with intricate mechanisms and dials, hinting at a level of technology that was light years ahead of anything in existence today. Could these be the long-lost remnants of a highly advanced civilization? A civilization that had mastered the secrets of flight and interstellar travel? Or were they merely the product of a deranged mind, a figment of the explorers' imaginations running wild? As they stood there, mesmerized by the sight before them, the explorers could not help but feel a sense of awe and wonder at the possibilities that lay before them. Had they stumbled upon the key to unlocking the universe's deepest mysteries? Or were they in grave danger of unleashing forces that should remain forever dormant? Only time would tell. The explorers continued their journey deeper into the tomb, eager to uncover more secrets and unravel the mysteries that surrounded them. But as they ventured further, they couldn't shake off the uneasy feeling that they were being watched, hunted even by some unseen presence that lurked in the shadows. Suddenly, the passageway opened up into a vast chamber, revealing a sight that made their jaws drop in astonishment. Before them stretched a massive underground lake, its surface as still and reflective as a sheet of polished obsidian. But it was what lay beneath the lake's placid surface that truly captivated their attention. For resting at the bottom was a fleet of strange vessels, their shapes and designs unlike anything the explorers had ever seen before. Some resembled sleek, otherworldly yachts, while others looked like giant metal birds poised for takeoff. The most astonishing discovery, however, was that these vessels seemed to be powered by a strange form of energy, with intricate mechanisms and dials hinting at a level of technology that was light years ahead of anything in existence today. Could these be the long-lost remnants of a highly advanced civilization? A civilization that had mastered the secrets of flight and interstellar travel? Or were they merely the product of a deranged mind, a figment of the explorers' imaginations running wild? As they stood there, mesmerized by the sight before them, the explorers could unhelp but feel a sense of awe and wonder at the possibilities that lay before them. Had they stumbled upon the key to unlocking the universe's deepest mysteries? Or were they in grave danger of unleashing forces that should remain forever dormant? Only time would tell.